Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I'm Atul. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can apply or use the Ceil function using calculated field in Looker or Data Studio. So as you can see here in my table, I have unit price difference without Ceil and unit price using Ceil. You can see a difference over here, right? For example, for this date, 31st December 2022, you can see that the value is 189.14. And when we are using the Ceil function, you can see that the value is 191. But if I'm going to show you the raw data, then you can see here that we have unit price column over here in which we have the floating numbers, means that we have decimal point in the unit price. Now, if we want to show the unit price as an integer, where the integer is greater than or equal to the input value, then we need to use the Ceil function. So in this video, we'll create this table and then we are going to apply or use the Ceil function as a calculated field in our table from scratch, so that you can get the idea that when, where or how we can apply the Ceil function using the calculated field. And before we use the Ceil function, let's understand this function. So Ceil is a type of arithmetic function in Looker which returns the nearest integer greater than or equal to the specific value. So for us, the specific value over here is 189.14, and the Ceil function will return the nearest greater integer value, which is 191 over here. So before we use this in our table as a calculated field, let's understand this Ceil function from using the syntax. So in this syntax, you will see that you have the function name over here, and then you have an input value which is numeric field. So this numeric field is a field or expression containing the numeric value. So now let's go and create a calculated field using the Ceil function in our table. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on this edit button first, and I'm going to add a new page over here. I'm just going to copy this header and put it over here. Then we are going to replicate this table from this data source. Okay, so I'm going to add a table over here, and the moment you will click on table, you will see that Looker will allow you to add a table in your empty canvas, and you can put this table anywhere on this blank page. So I'm just going to put it over here and drag it to make it large. So what we are going to do is that we are going to reflect date as a first column as we had over here in our table, and then we are going to put the unit price, which is this. So this unit price will be the sum based on a particular date, and then we are going to use the Ceil function. So I'm just going to select this table, and you will see that by default my data source has been selected over here, and I'm going to keep this data source. But if you want to change the data source, you can click over here in this pencil button which says edit data source, or you can click over here and select your data source based on your requirement. So I'm going to keep this data source as it is, and I'm going to remove this dimension. So my first dimension needs to be the date. So I'm going to take this date and drag it over here. And the moment I drag this date over here, you will see that the date has started appearing over here, and I'm going to increase the size of this column, and then I'm going to take the metric value, which is my unit price over here, and I'm going to rename this unit price as unit price without Ceil function. And I'm going to click anywhere in this page, and you will see that your metric has been renamed. Now what we need to do is that we need to use the Ceil function to get the greater or equal value of these within this column. And to do that, we will use the calculated field. In order to use the calculated field, you need to click on add a metric, then you need to click on create a field, and you need to give a name first. So for us, the name of the output field will be unit price using Ceil function. So I'm going to give this name unit price with Ceil function, and then I'm going to give the formula, which is Ceil and the moment you will start writing it, you will see that the IntelliSense of Looker will allow you to select this function, and then within this bracket you need to give the input value. For us, the input value is unit price, so I'm going to select unit price over here, and then I'm going to click on apply. The moment you will click on apply, you will see that Looker has started calculating the value in the background, and it will start reflecting the value in your column. And if you compare it with the previous column, which is over here, so you can see on 31st December 2022 the unit price without Ceil function is 189.14, while when you have used the Ceil function the value is 191. So this is how basically you can return the integer greater or equal to a value using a calculated field in Looker with the help of Ceil function. Happy learning and see you in the next video.